Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Today we are making turtles, keto turtles or low carb turtles. Anything that is keto is low carb, but not everything that is low carb is keto, but this one does count as both. Right now I am browning 8 tablespoons or a stick of butter until it is just turning brown, which we are almost at. You want to be careful not to burn it. Once it reaches the light brown color, which I'm almost there, I am then going to add in a half of a cup of heavy whipping cream. Then, and I'm reading this is my own recipe, guys, but I do not have it memorized. So I'm going to go ahead and actually start stirring that in because we are at a golden color. And I will, don't worry, I will let you guys see what this all looks like. So I'm adding some heavy whipping cream because we're basically making a caramel sauce. So I'm adding this in, turn the heat down just a little bit. And we're just stirring it in. So I'll go ahead and aim this down. Maybe that'll help. You can kind of see it's golden color. There we go. So it's all in. I'm going to turn the heat back a little bit. And then what it says to do is once you've stirred everything in, you can see there's still a little butter floating. It's all going to mix. It's all going to mix and incorporate. So I'm not worried about that. You can even see it starting to mix a little bit more right now. I'm going to try to pause and do this fairly quickly. We are going to add in, believe it or not, this is quite a bit, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. I'm making a big recipe, guys. You can easily half this. I'm making enough for an entire week because I have a feeling these are going to be very popular at our house. Give that a quick stir. So yes, do not worry. You want to half this recipe? Not a problem. So there's that. And then 4 tablespoons of Swerve Granular or any type, the key is erythritol. So I will tell you right now I'm using a generic, Kroger generic, but it is an erythritol blend. So 4 tablespoons. Get it sweet, and we'll finish making our caramel. What'll happen is I'll get this all mixed in, as I'm trying to do here right now, and I'm going to cook it for about 3 to 5 minutes until it's all fully combined, and then I'm going to remove from heat, just going to let it remove from heat. I'll just turn the heat off and I'll just kind of walk you through this here. Just feel like you don't need to stare at the pan the whole time I'm talking. I'm trying to get used to where I want this. Okay, so I'm mixing this in. So 3 to 5 minutes. I'm looking at the time, just making sure it's nice and incorporated, but I don't want it to burn. So I'm watching the bubbles carefully and making sure it stays that nice golden brown. Then after about 3 to 5 minutes, I am going to remove it and just let it thicken for a couple minutes. And I am going to stir in, oh, it's all over here, 2 cups of pecan pieces. So they're small. You can either buy pecans and chop them up, or you can do as I did, and I just went to the store and actually bought them as pieces in a bag. Nothing wrong with that. So I am going to let this thicken up and we'll add in the pieces, and then I'll meet you when it's time to add them to the parchment paper. See you in just a minute. Okay, so we have this nice and thick pecan syrup. Very, very nice and thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be dropping them kind of by tablespoon. The goal is to make 14 to 16 if you're doing this size recipe. Onto parchment paper lined baking sheets that can fit into your freezer. So here we go. And they're going to sit in your freezer. And I may have to go back and like dollop a little bit more, but nothing too fancy here. Just super easy. I'm not exactly sure on the size. I'm just kind of guessing. I took a couple of recipes, kind of known for doing this. Basically, I took a recipe for a caramel sauce, and then I read what different people did for their pecans, and then a couple weeks ago, I did a brownie recipe where we melted the chocolate, and I knew that these had melted chocolate on top, so I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do that method because that worked. So there's nothing wrong with, once you kind of get used to how these go, just get creative and just start going, okay, well, I'm gonna do a little bit of what I read here, a little bit of what I read there, and I'm gonna just create something. So right now I'm almost at 12, and I want 14 to 16, and it looks like these are gonna be about the right size. Let me switch pans. Can you guys still see? So it's 12. 13. 14. And I just kind of guesstimated 14 to 16. So I actually think I might get 16 out of this. 15, I'm trying. See if I can do this. Look at that, guys. And I used, maybe it's not conventional, but I was thinking it might work, and it kind of did. I actually used, I don't know if anybody caught on, a gravy ladle. So that literally made 16, and that's what I did nutrition facts for, so this is awesome. So equal sizes. These are now gonna go into the freezer, lay them flat for 30 minutes. That's it. They don't have to go back to the freezer after that. We just want to set them up so that we can add the chocolate on top. So I will see you when we're ready to put on the chocolate. All right, so they are out of the freezer. Let me just show you what one looks like, nice and hard. But we don't have the chocolate on. So I have melted a cup of chocolate, nice and drizzly. All I did is a cup of chocolate, 30 seconds stir, 30 seconds stir. So here we go. I want to make sure you can see from the top. And doesn't have to be perfect. We're just gonna drizzle over. I'm trying to go kind of quickly. The good thing about this is this only takes about 5 minutes to set in the freezer. And then you can keep it in the fridge for up to a week. Just put it in a container, either separate it with parchment paper or wax paper, either will work, or if you have a long kind of tray, that'll also work, or just going across. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to finish just to get these done. And like I said, you just literally put them in the freezer for 5 minutes and they are ready to plate up and enjoy. And I will be back here to have one with you in just a couple minutes. All right, everybody. Look at that. So you're not supposed to eat a whole plate full. One is a serving. All the nutrition facts are listed down in the description. The recipe, the nutrition facts, it is all there for you. So please make sure that you head down and that you click on that, print it, use it however you see fit. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube page. I would love to have you subscribe to my page, as well as head over to Facebook. If you head over to Facebook to Living Low Carb with Becky, there's always more to do there as well. So I'd love to have you on everything. Let's take a bite. Those are good. Have you ever been to a state fair and had a turtle? I'm gonna tell you, it's just as good as those, but they came from your kitchen. I am so serious. I'm gonna have another bite. There you go, guys. Click on that description, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.